There are days when you wake up and even after a full night's sleep, you are still tired. Even thinking is draining. Waking up is usually the part of the day people find so easy, so why can it be so hard? To see the whole day laid out in front of you and just not want to face it. You try and go back to sleep just to fill some more of those hours, but what you are really trying to fill is the emptiness within you, yet all it does is create more emptiness. The days feel so long as you pray for each day to end and hope another one doesn't come. You are stuck in a suffocating loop with no exit. It doesn't matter how beautiful the weather is outside or the plans you had. To stay in bed in misery is so alluring. To feed your depression until it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and you can't fight it anymore. Letting it win feels so much easier. After all, you fought for so long. I'm hoping if you're watching this, it's because you have a tiny bit of hope. I'm going to share the things I do that help when I'm feeling this way. If you give just one of them a go, even for the duration of this video, I am so proud of you. There is nothing groundbreaking in this video. Unfortunately, I don't have a few magic words or a pill that will make it all better, but if I did, I promise I'd share. But I've been there, and as cliche as it sounds, it does get better. But here's the bit people don't usually share. You have to want it to. Firstly, you need to turn your phone off. I learned in therapy once, most humans have started to view their phones as an extension of ourselves, as in literally a body part. If your phone is so much as in sight, we are constantly checking where it is, which not only heightens anxiety, but can remind us of our loneliness. Of course you are watching this video and I do hope it helps you feel less alone, and I understand that scrolling on socials can quiet your mind, but if that's what you need, then let's find a healthier way to quiet your mind and comfort you. If you are becoming part of your bed, at this point we need to make it as hard as possible to get back in, so we will be making our bed. If you are anything like me, you hate to disrupt a made bed, so this will definitely help you from crawling back into bed, even if we go and rot on the sofa instead. Also, it's self-care for future you. You will feel so taken care of and appreciative when you go to bed tonight and the bed is made and inviting for you. Then we're going to get out of our pyjamas and into some proper clothes. These clothes can still be comfy, but we need to start differentiating between rest time and doing time. Change something externally and you'll be surprised how much your internal feelings start to change. Who likes to get into their bed with their outside clothes on anyway? Dehydration literally slows your brain down and can make you feel more depressed. So next, you guessed it, we're going to go and grab a glass of water and not go anywhere until it is finished. If you find it hard to drink plain water, have some fruit juice or herbal tea, but please don't drink anything with caffeine in it. It may seem like it will wake you up and motivate you, but often when you're already in a dark place, it will just heighten any anxious thoughts you are already having. Right, now we've got the non-negotiables out of the way, and if that's all you can do today, I am still so proud of you. These are the inner work things that help me lift my mood. First, I'll get out a notebook and remind myself of all the things I want to achieve. These can be small things like making plans with a friend, or life-changing things like a career. I find reminding myself of the changes I can still make in my future gives me so much hope. Tomorrow is never promised, but if it comes, I owe it to myself to make it worth living. Usually once I've started doing this, it gives me motivation to make a start. For example, I wanted to make this video, so I just wrote down, film YouTube video, and even just writing that sparked me to start brainstorming ideas until now I've ended up here, actually recording it, which when I woke up this morning I never thought would happen. Don't focus on the whole path ahead of you, just take the first step. Next, I will fall into my breath. When I'm depressed, I don't want to do an in-depth spiritual meditation, so I take a more formulaic approach to my breathing practice, whether that be alternate nostril breathing, box breathing, or what I tend to do, 4-7-8 breathing, which is inhale for 4, hold for 7, and exhale for 8. Let's do one together. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extending your exhales engages your vagus nerve and can really help you feel more positive. I know it can be hard to even take care of yourself when you're depressed, but if you can act in service at any point, I promise you it will help you find so much purpose. For me today, that is just going food shopping for my dad. When you don't care about yourself and what happens, doing something for the people you care about can really help boost your mood and self-esteem. This is why pets can be so helpful if you're suffering with depression. Every day you have to get up and act in service to them, and often we take care of them more than we do ourselves. If you can take a little bit of that kindness and apply it to yourself, the impact will be huge. If you've just fed your dog, why not feed yourself as you're already going to the effort? The books you read during this time will be so important. Every time you find yourself reaching out for your phone, find a book in your hand instead. Self-improvement books can be great, but can also be really overwhelming when you can hardly get out of bed. If you are looking for comfort, maybe read a fantasy novel to get out of your head for an hour. If you don't like traditional mindfulness practices, word searches and colouring can be an amazing way to practice mindfulness. You'd be surprised how hard it is to worry when you are searching for that backwards diagonal word. Not to mention you can get a whole book of them that will keep you occupied for days for like £1. Getting outside for at least 5 minutes is something I cannot recommend enough. You don't need to go anywhere. Step into your garden or onto your balcony. If you can, walk around the block. I go on and on about nature and sunlight and how life-changing these things can be, so I won't bore you anymore. But as human beings, we are not designed to be inside 24/7, so it's no wonder you are feeling so bad if that's your reality. Whack open your windows, let the sunlight stream in, and let the world outside of screens open itself up to you. All this being said, guys, I know getting out of these emotions feels like a near impossible task. I know it feels easier to just give up, and if you are ever having life-ending thoughts, skip through all of these and reach out for help. I will link resources below in the description, and my DMs on Instagram are always open. I would love to hear what you managed to achieve today or anything you found that really helps you when you're in a low place. You never know who you could help. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye guys.